Hello and welcome to the Energetics of Business podcast, where we bridge the gap between the woo-woo and the tech. My name is Michelle Douglas and I'm an energetic alignment expert helping entrepreneurs to tap into their inner power and create a business that flows with ease and authenticity. In each episode, we'll dive into the strategies that blend soulful alignment with practical business know-how. Now, let's dive in and align your business from the inside out. Hello and welcome to the Energetics of Business podcast. We're on episode 8 today, and today we're going to be talking about how to stop procrastinating in your business. So procrastination is that little voice that whispers, just one more episode, or maybe I've just got to do this first, or I've got to do that first. And as entrepreneurs, we're driven by purpose, but even the most passionate amongst us fall into the trap of putting things off. Now, more often than not, there's an underlying fear or belief system driving this behavior, but there is good news. You can overcome procrastination with a few small actionable steps, and I'm all about action, so we'll dive right in. First thing you can do is to break tasks into teeny tiny pieces. Now, what I have learned about myself in particular is if you're looking at this massive chunk of work, it seems bigger than it probably is, and it can get quite overwhelming for a lot of people. So if you break each big task into small actionable steps, you're going to find that you're less likely to put it off. And it could be that you set it up in your calendar that you'll do steps 1 to 5 today, being that they're so small, and you feel that sense of accomplishment when you've achieved them. And instead of writing build a website, you could say choose a domain, come up with the idea, or set up hosting or something like that. Or it could be start working on my first article, or even the heading of my article. Break it right down into really tiny steps so you don't overwhelm yourself. Another thing you can do is set a timer for 5 minutes and commit to working on one task during that 5-minute period of time, and just go head down, bum up, get into it. And that way, once you're in the flow, once the timer goes off, you'll probably want to keep going. So it's just about that getting started that's really hard. Prioritize one task and focus just on that one task. So I tend to put things into either a Trello board or into my calendar, or both. And that's because I want to make sure that particular task gets done, especially if it's a high priority one. So that might be something you might want to do. Look at your workspace. If it's full of clutter, you're going to struggle, because clutter contains stagnant energy. So it's really important to clear your desk off. And I should practice what I preach if you look behind me here for those watching the video. But it is important to get that workspace cleared up. And I do clear it up maybe once or twice a week because I'm such a grot. But and it could also be as well about turning off your Facebook or your emails or your WhatsApp, or put your phone somewhere where it's not going to bother you for the length of time you need to complete that task. So that's another one. So following on from that, you can set daily intentions, not massive to-do lists. Just go, right, today I want to achieve at least these 3 things. And if you can work to get those 3 things done, you can maybe pull out the other things you want to get done. The next one is to set daily intentions. So don't set massive to-do lists, because a lot of people who set massive to-do lists don't do them. So maybe break that list up into the top priority. And again, I use Trello for this sort of thing. If it's something I really need to work on first, put that at the top of the Trello board, or use your calendar and block in a block of time and commit to doing whatever that thing is during that particular time. Once that's done, make sure you've got another block of time set up to do the next one, and so forth. And what you'll find is, and this is what I find as well, I get one done in less time than what I block the time out for, and move on to the next one. So I finish much more quickly than I would have otherwise. Another thing you can do is to celebrate your small wins. So when you do knock off a couple of things on that list, go, give yourself a pat on the back for actually getting something done. And this is also one of those, it's a habit changing thing. So the more you celebrate those small wins and then keep that momentum going, the bigger the bigger the momentum gets. So yeah, visualize the impact of completing each task. So for some people, they're very visual, and it might be worth taking a few moments to sit back and visualize, well, what will this look like once I've finished it? Now, if you are in the process of, just say you're terrified of putting yourself out there on video with your face, and that was me at one point, and I would have used a bad hair day to avoid putting a video of myself up on YouTube or wherever. As you can see, I don't care anymore, but old me used to really care about that sort of thing. And it was purely because it was an excuse, I guess, to procrastinate, and justifiably so. So yeah, make sure that you get that vision of like what will happen in a positive sense once you have completed that task. Now, for me, putting myself out there on video expands my reach, and I can help more people. So there's that. The next one is to remember why you started this journey. So why are you doing this business? Why? There's got to be something in there that had that burning desire that drives you forward, I guess. So just think back to that. Like when you want to procrastinate, think about the people that you are potentially not serving that you could be serving if you actually did the thing. Now, sometimes you do need to shift your energy with a quick break, even going for a walk. What I find is that when I'm on my walks is when I get my best ideas. So go for a quick walk, even if it's 5-10 minutes down the road and back, like just something to get your body moving, get you out of your head and into your body a little bit, and allow the ideas to flow. And the final thing is to trust that progress and not perfection is your goal. I wanted everything to be perfect all the time, and I am learning the hard way that sometimes you've just got to let stuff go. And if it's not perfect, people will know that I'm actually a human and not this perfect star in the sky that people will never aspire to become because it's too far away from the reality. And so I now want to make sure that everything I am actually putting out there is of some use. Now, another thing that causes people to procrastinate is this fear of technology as well. And this is the type of people I work with, in that there are certain elements of being an entrepreneur who markets their business online, is that there's a strong technical element, right? Like we can't get away from it. We've got the internet. If you're not online, you're not really in business because people can't find you. And it's really difficult to move forward in your business if you're not actually putting yourself there in some form of digital way. So because the technology aspect seems so overwhelming for a lot of people, a lot of my clients, friends, colleagues, and so on, they tend to just, rather than ask for help, they just sit there saying, I don't know how to do it. So the hands are in the air and they're like, I can't move forward. And that's why I'm here. And I am creating a lot of courses and programs coming up to help people through the technology landscape in a really simple way. Because here's the thing, I'm no technical genius. Yes, I've had about 20 odd years of experience in the internet marketing industry, plus I've worked in IT and in software. When I do the Akashic Records readings for my major clients, they understand what their gifts, strengths, qualities, and so forth are as it relates to business in particular. And one thing I am particularly good at is simplifying complex processes or structures. And I'm all about getting you from A to B as quickly and efficiently as possible, but in a way that's easy to follow. So if I can teach my mother to build an entire website from start to finish with a written document, I can do anything. So keep an eye out for that. But in the meantime, if you're looking for a fun little thing to do, I've put out a what type of technophobe are you quiz. So if you head over to energeticsofbusinesshub.com/TP quiz. go over there and do the quiz and find out what type of technophobe you are. It's a little bit of fun, a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, but yeah, it's really just about embracing your inner technophobe and reaching out for that help and when you need it. And if you do have anything in your business technology related that you're really struggling with, please reach out to me and let me know, because I'm wanting to create as much content as I can that will benefit the people that see it. And I don't want to put out content that no one wants. So if there is anything you need help with, and you'll notice on the YouTube channel, on the website as well, that there are a bunch of videos starting to go up there about little things you can do, like creating a QR code in Canva, and what else have I done? How to whitelist email addresses. I'm in the process also of creating an artificial intelligence training that teaches you to teach your bot to teach you stuff. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, it's going to be really cool. So I'm working on that at the moment as well. But in the meantime, go do the quiz and let's chat soon.